Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, regarding House Bill 360, there's probably a small demographic of people that really follow these historic renovation tax credits, and this bill has kind of put it before all of us. I want to point out that historic renovation tax credits are a good thing. When we did a study on it several years back, led by the Finance Committee Vice Chair, it was proven that the state makes money. The state comes out on top by having a tax credit for historic preservation and renovation. And it was actually almost, for every $1 of state expenditure, the state recognized close to $4 coming in from all of the activity of the preservation in these commercial historic tax credits. We also have residential historic tax credits. Now, what has happened is that this is incented. This tax credit is not unimportant. It's important, and it gives the incentive to launch and complete historic restoration and renovation that would otherwise possibly not happen. The problem is, and I'm voting for this bill today. The problem that I think we need to tackle going forward is we need to look at the level of historic preservation tax credits. It's capped at $30 million per year. And there was a bill that came out of Ways and Means to raise the cap from $30 million to $50 million. That did not ever get over here to this side. I would have liked to have seen that in this bill. But I say to you, we need to understand that tax credit, understand its value, and see that statewide there are pressing needs for investment in historic preservation. Do you know, it's my information, I've been told that Florida, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, and Texas all have much higher levels of investment in historic preservation and renovation. And we have needs all over the state. I know the senator from the 46 spoke up about needs in his the city of Athens, the home of the university, for these tax credits to be available. But right now, the big news is we don't have enough. We're not investing enough in these tax credits, which bring back properties, preserve treasures that we have all across our state of historic buildings. And I know that the Representative Penny Houston from Nashville, from the House, this was something that she dedicated herself to for her small town, to have Main Street renovation of historic old buildings. So it's applicable and a plus in tiny little communities and in great big cities like Atlanta, where there are these properties that are crying out for preservation and investment. And so I say to you, as I cast my vote for this bill, which has been is altered somewhat by the amendment that the senator has presented in the well prior to my coming to the well. This is not unimportant, and I am supporting this bill and urging many more of us to heed the call that we need to catch up with the other states on what we invest in historic preservation. If we don't, it crumbles, it's gone, and it never comes back. And we have a state that's just full of historic structures that we need to be treasuring and renovating, and we can do that. And I know the author of the bill from the House, who's worked very hard on this bill and worked with all of the stakeholders on it, and has told me that he is happy to roll up his sleeves and work with us going forward to see that we have historic tax credits that are a plus, not reducing it, not reducing what's there, expanding it. and meeting the needs that we have all across our state. And I know there are people all across this room that can bring their testimony about what happened with the great restoration or renovation that was done in their district with the benefit of these tax credits. I have made my point. I hope my point has been heard. We have a lot to try to understand, get our arms around on these historic preservation tax credits, but they play an important role, and they generate revenue for the state, good people. They generate revenue for the state, and not a dime of state money goes out until the work is done, until money's been expended, and then this tax credit is provided after going through a lot of hoops to get to that point. So if there are no questions, I'll yield the well. I'm happy to yield to questions, but that is my perspective on supporting House Bill 360.
Senator, you have no questions.
Thank you. I yield the well.